Hey guys, this first impressions video is on a couple of new products that I received in the mail just yesterday. I had heard about this brand Kiko a while back on a few different British YouTubers channels, and I was really interested in these particular eyeshadows. They're called the Water Eyeshadows. They're really pretty packaging. They have a little mirror inside, just a small little compact, and what caught my eye, of course, was the impression or the embossment on the actual product. It looks like a water ripple. Some people think it looks like a fingerprint, but they're just the most beautiful eyeshadows, and every time I've seen someone use them, I just was crazy about it. I'm like, I have to get my hands on these. This one especially. Oh my heavens. I know. Just take a moment. The angels sing, all that good stuff. I mean, it's just that. Whew. Okay. Anyway, had to have a moment there. I think when I first opened the package yesterday, I was like, loss of breath, got a little bit of the flop sweats. I was just that excited about this eyeshadow. I've just been staring at it, and I only swatched it just today live on the video you're gonna see in a minute because I wanted to have a real true moment with you guys on camera here where you can see my initial reaction. I'm looking at it like it's the love of my life because I think it almost practically is. At any rate, I looked online. Where I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you cannot buy Kiko. Oddly enough, they also don't sell online in the United States yet, although I'm sure that they will be sooner or later because who doesn't want to take advantage of the US market when it comes to makeup? But I did look on their website, and they have 4 stores in the United States at this moment. 3 of them are in New Jersey, which obviously New Jersey, Dallas, very far apart. And then the other store that's in the United States is actually in Miami. So if you live in either of those places, you can go find the Kiko location. What I'm excited about with this brand is that they have a huge array of products. I mean, just everything you could think of. Nail polish and foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, blush. I mean, every makeup product you could think of. And it's not low-end pricing, like it's not drugstore pricing, but it's also not really expensive product pricing. So you're looking at somewhere in the range of, for instance, these shadows were $15 each. Now this is on the higher end of their products. They do have other eyeshadows that are on the lower cost, but these, I guess because they're just a special formula, are a little bit more expensive. If you're buying these in the UK, I think they're around like the £8 mark or £9 mark, something like that. So yeah, it translates to a little bit less than what you would pay here in the United States. When my friend Marissa went to get these for me. She actually lives in New Jersey, and I had posted on our little Facebook group telling everybody about these. She said, oh, that mall isn't that far from me, so I think I want to go and check it out. So I made her a little list of different products. Keep in mind that if you do make a list from the website, on the back of the product is a number, not the name. So it's sort of like Makeup Forever. On the website, you can see the name and the number, but in store, it does not have the name on the product. So that was a little bit frustrating. But just if you do make a list before you go to the store, which I would recommend because there's a lot of stuff. And Marissa told me she felt sort of overwhelmed when she got there because it was just like, holy shit, there's stuff everywhere. Make a list with the numbers so that you know exactly that you're getting the product that you want. She did a really good job in picking out the 2 colors that I had asked her for, and they're both just absolutely beautiful. So obviously, you know, what drew me in was the initial packaging and how they look, but also because they're very similar to the NARS eyeshadows that have come out fairly recently. I saw a couple of reviews of those and thought, oh my gosh, those are so gorgeous, until I found out they were $30 effing for a single eyeshadow. Holy crap. These are half the price, and I think just as beautiful. I haven't, of course, seen all the NARS ones in person or anything, and I've only seen 2 of these in person, but really similar product, and from what I've been reading online, there's a lot of dupes for different colors in that particular line. So if you're not willing to shell out $30 for a single eyeshadow, which I'm not willing to do, you might find a couple of colors in here that are special to you to splurge on. And if you're lucky enough to have a friend in New Jersey or Miami, they can go buy one for you. The selling point also with these is that they can be worn wet or dry. Just like the NARS eyeshadows, you can wear these just applied dry, but you can also apply with water, or you could use a makeup spray or a fixative. This is what I use today. It's the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and that works really well. I can spray it directly on my finger, put it in the palette, or I can spray it on a brush and apply it like that. So either way works perfectly fine. You do get a more intense color payoff, and like the shine is a little bit more if you do use that setting spray or water to apply them with. Even if you don't use that, they're pretty remarkable and pretty beautiful. So I'll show you both swatched here in a minute where you can see them both wet and dry. I'm also going to demo the lighter color for you, the champagne color, and I have it on my lids, both wet and dry. I sort of did a dry brush all the way across, and then did wet right in the very center here just to give it a little bit of extra shine. Put a little bit underneath. I did notice that because there's shimmer in it, there's a little bit of fallout, but whatever. And then I also used it just as a little bit of a highlight here because someone on another makeup page that I follow had mentioned that this was a dupe for a MAC product. I'll put the name here because I can't remember what it was called, but it was a dupe for a MAC product that you could use as a highlighter. So I actually did use that as a highlighter today on the top of my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose there, on my Cupid's bow. So it was really beautiful for that. A little intense, maybe not for every day, but something fun to play around with if you're, have a special occasion to attend or something like that. So let's get into some swatches and also the demo of the product and the whole look that I have put on for you here today. You can see from the outer packaging that this is just a really nice size. This is the shade 200, which was my most coveted color from the entire range. It's just the most amazing champagne color, pretty self-explanatory from the name. You can see the really beautiful impression here on the eyeshadow, and then it does have a little small mirror inside the compact. This is me swatching it for the very first time. I'm super excited, quite obviously, and just the color payoff and the shine from just one little dab into the product is incredible. It's just so beautiful. I'm having like a moment here where I'm gonna cry. It's just angelic and lovely and creamy and everything that you want an eyeshadow to be. This is swatched right on my hand, no primer, just one swatch, and then I thought I would show it to you wet, so I'm using that Makeup Forever primer, just spraying it directly on my hand, taking some from the product, and then swatching that right onto my bare hand next to the dry shadow. So you can see quite a difference there between the two. Same color, it's just that one is more shiny, more pigmented. This is the other shadow that Marissa picked up for me. This is called Plum, shade 204, and it's just a really nice deep plum color. If you have amber or lighter brown colored eyes, this color is just amazing for that. Also green eyes, it looks really wonderful with. Same little small compact with the mirror, same impression on the surface of the shadow, and really the same quality. I think that this particular shadow isn't quite as shiny as the other one. It is still really beautiful, and I think applied wet it looks even better, but it just doesn't have that metallic finish like the other. That's it applied dry on my hand, just one swipe across. You can see it's a pretty browny purple. There I put some more of the Makeup Forever primer on my hand, and I'm swiping it across there on just bare skin. This one right here, just to reiterate, is the dry champagne color. That's the one applied with the fixative. That's the dry plum color. And on the end here is the plum color applied wet. How about a quick look at how to use this shadow and pair it with a really nice, bold, bright lip. I've already started by applying my foundation. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation in the shade Alabaster. Sorry, it's upside down. It has the most giantess applicator ever, and I love it. It's really awesome. I'll be doing a video on this soon. My first step in doing this particular look is to apply my primer. I'm using the Fergie Shimmer Eyeshadow Primer. I think this eyeshadow primer is fantastic. It's super inexpensive from the drugstore. It's under $5. I would compare it to the Urban Decay Primer Potion, especially in the shade Sin. I just apply that all over the lid from my lash line up to my brow, and just a nice thin layer of it so that the eyeshadow really has something to stick to. If I'm going for a matte look, I typically will use a different primer, but since the eyeshadow that I'm working with today is shimmery, this is perfect. I wanted to show you another shot of the eyeshadow just so you can remember how gorgeous it is. Oh, it's so amazing. And here I'm applying it with just a flat sort of shader brush, almost like a concealer brush. It has that consistency to it. And I'm just applying that all over the lid and sort of dragging it up into the crease. And I'll be applying some more of that onto my lid here in a minute wet, but this is just strictly dry right onto the primer. And I'm putting that down underneath my lash line just a little bit too. It does have a little bit of fallout which gets onto my cheek, but that's okay. I don't really mind that so much. The consistency of this is really nice. It does have some shimmer in it, but it's a really fine milled glitter, so I feel like it doesn't get everywhere, and if it does, it just brushes off very easily. This eyeshadow also applies really great with your fingers. I'm spraying directly onto my brush here the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and just putting that right into the shadow. You can see it gives a little bit more of a shimmery finish. I'm putting it right on the ball of my eye, like the highest point on my lid, just to give it a little extra oomph. Now I'm going to highlight using my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette in just the Walk of Shame color. Sometimes I'll use that Venus color as well, but it does have a little bit of shimmer, and so I feel like because the lid shadow is so intensely shimmery that I really need my highlight to just be simple and matte. It's all about contrast, right? So I'm just using a wide flat brush and applying it right under my brow bone and then using it to clean up just a little bit below the lash line. Next up, I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever Artist Liner in black. This is an intensely black eyeliner. It's really soft. It's one of those retractable kinds, and I just really love this liner. It has such a rich color. I'm just going to line my lower inner rim with that. I don't want to add any more eyeshadow to the lid, but I just want to sort of make my eye look a little bit more defined, and I thought it might be nice to have just a tiny bit of smoky dark color on the base of my eye. So I'm just running that along my inner rim and then using a brush to kind of smudge out just along the edge. And of course, to finish the look off, I've got to use my Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I freaking love this mascara. I've done a review and 2 on it, which I will link here for you. It's amazing. I use it every day and it's super inexpensive. I'm going to be applying 3 coats to this, but I won't subject you to that entire process. I'll just show you sort of the first coat and then finished. I always put 3 coats on. I don't know, I just think it looks really nice, especially because it gives a really volumized appearance. And when you're not wearing eyeliner on the top and you have just sort of a shimmery champagne color, I feel like lashes sort of complete the look. So I usually go top, bottom on both eyes and then go back through while the mascara is still just a little bit wet. If you let it dry completely, you cannot stack this mascara. It does get harder, you know, on the lashes, and so if you try to apply another coat, it's just not gonna work. And there's a look at these super shimmery champagne eyes. Whoa, say that 3 times fast. I'm going to complete the look by finishing up the complexion with a little bit of Down Boy blush from the Balm. It's a really pretty sort of plummy color. You can see a little shimmer here in the pan, but it really doesn't apply that way on the cheeks. It looks sort of matte, but it is just a perfect color to pair with a more berry toned or plummy toned lip. So I'm just sweeping that across the sort of apple of my cheek back towards my hairline with my very favorite blush brush, which is from Eco Tools. I just love this color of blush. It's so flattering. And I'm actually going to use that same champagne color from Kiko as my highlighter. It's a little bit of an intense highlighter for a daytime, but I think it's kind of fun, and I just wanted to test it out and see how it would work since it does have that kind of micro glitter to it. It's more for a nighttime look. P.S. This brush is amazing and I use it every single day. It's the best ever. It's from e.l.f. and it's a $3 tapered blush brush. Oh my god, it's everything when it comes to highlighting. You need it in your life. It's incredible. I picked it up at Target. You need it, you need it, you need it. So I just highlighted the tops of my cheekbones, right above my brows, down the bridge of my nose, and now onto my Cupid's bow. I'm going to finish off the look with my Marabella lipstick in Tantrum. It's just the most beautiful sort of magenta, plummy, berry color. In the bullet here on the screen, it looks sort of frosted or iridescent, but it really doesn't look like that in person. It's more of just a regular cream finish. I actually got it in one of my subscription boxes probably last year, or I mean, I've had it for a while, and I just think it's the most beautiful color, especially going into spring. It's so bright and cheery and fun. Some people might think this is more of a nighttime color, but I wore it to teach class the other day and I thought it looked cute. And I got compliments on it. One of my students actually asked me what it was. So I think it's just a really fun color, and if you have the confidence to wear bright colors during the daytime, then go for it. I'm just applying it straight from the bullet here. You can see it's just super pigmented, easy to put on, ultra creamy, feels awesome on the lips. I just think it's the most fantastic color and such a fun thing to pair with a more simplified sort of eye look. Can we have a moment to just appreciate the glory of that eyeshadow? It's so gorgeous, it's so beautiful, and I think it's just offset perfectly with this springtime berry lip. I just love this combination. So I hope that was fun for you guys to see these 2 products in action. Of course, this is the only one that I'm wearing today, but I foresee myself doing a tutorial with this one, or at least some looks on my Facebook page, so be sure and check out there. Also, my friend Marissa that purchased these for me, she has a Facebook page called Uncut Color, and I will link it down below. When you go to the Kiko website, if you actually go to the main page, the landing page, it will ask you what country that you're shopping from. If you put in the United States, it will not show you product lists because you can't purchase online. So the trick is to click maybe the UK or Italy. I would click UK because it's all in English. If you click there, then you go to eyes, under eye makeup, then you'll be able to see this particular eyeshadow, and it comes in 27 different colors. Now I don't know that all 27 colors are available in the United States yet, but on the UK's website, UK Kiko website, it shows all 27 colors, so you can at least get an idea of the range of colors there. I'll link that page down below so you guys can take a look at it, and there's just hordes of other products, so definitely peruse there and see what you like. you may not be interested in eyeshadow, but they have tons of other things to look at as well. So all in all, I think this product is amazing. I think it's a beautiful packaging, it's a great price, it's an awesome product that you can wear in sort of different versatile ways. So if you have a chance, if you're in New Jersey, if you're in Miami, check them out. If you're traveling to the UK, I'm gonna go to Belfast this summer, and my friend Drew and I are like, we're gonna find a Kiko store. We have to find one because I wanna get more. So I'll keep you guys updated if I happen to get some more products. So let me know what you think of these in the comments below. If you've tried any of these Kiko water eyeshadows, let me know what colors you recommend because I would love to get some more. Be sure to click that little box right there to take you to my last video. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for tons more looks and makeup discussions and all things glamour. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.